you are looking for a place for your retirement, you have narrowed it down to a few cities, and one of them is Penang. And of these cities, you want to check them out. You want to know which one of these cities would be the right place for you to choose as your retirement home. But you do not want to trapeze all over the world just to make that discovery, because it's going to be very costly. Now, you might have been to Penang before a long time ago, or you might never have been to Penang. You have heard of it, and people tell you that it's a very nice place to stay, but is it true? So, what about if I, as a local in Penang, show you Penang? Let you check it out on this video. We are going to start from the Penang International Airport, and I'm going to take you to a few places, and later on I will show you some neighborhoods as well, so you have an idea of what you are climbing into, walking into, before you actually do it. If this looks good to you, that this is a place that you would like to call as your new home, your second home, then Penang is for you. And I will try my best to keep it truthful. I'm not trying to hard sell Penang to you, because, well, I can't think of any upside in doing that. I want to be truthful that this is where I stay. This is my home, and if you enjoy this place that I call home, maybe you can make it your home too. And so I'm going to change into my street clothes, and let's go and discover Penang together.
Penang streets so bright, every corner a delight. Markets buzz with life, filled with joy and sights. Hidden gems we find, local flavors oh so kind. From the beaches white, warm sun feels just right. Penang my new home, wherever I roam, this place is my own. Penang my new home.
And so, as mentioned, we are going to start our discovery journey at the Penang International Airport, and over here you can see the airport itself. I'm going to go this way to show. If you arrive in Penang, on the left side is the arrival hall, on the right side is the multi-story car park. So this is the Penang International Airport. So your life in Penang, should you choose to make Penang your second home, will probably start here. The arrival hall is on our left right now. And in front of us, on the left side, is the bus station for the Penang International Airport. You can see Rapid Penang On Demand. There is an on-demand bus, and the regular bus is right here. That's the regular bus, is the Rapid Penang bus. So you can actually take this bus down to Georgetown or to Batu Ferringhi. And now we are leaving the airport. So this area where the airport is located is called Bayan Lepas. Bayan Lepas is on the southeastern part of Penang Island, and I will show all the location on the map. I will show everywhere on the map. I will put a Google Maps in the description of this video, and I will pinpoint all the places that we talked about, so that you have a good idea where we are on this video corresponding to the map. under construction is, if I'm not mistaken, an international school. And you can see the welcome sign in front of us. Welcome to Penang. Leaving the airport, you will see over here there are many high-rise residences. These are all condominiums used by the locals. This area is known as Ideal City. So this is Ideal City in Bayan Lepas, and it's known by that name because the developer's name is Ideal Property. So you will see many properties here, many of the high-rises. These are where the locals stay. Many opt to stay here because it's very near the Bayan Lepas industrial zone, the free industrial zone or industrial park of Bayan Lepas, where we have a lot of high-tech multinationals in this area. So they choose to stay here to be near their workplace. And now I am heading down to town because it so happens to be that a friend of mine is going to give me some mooncakes. So what are mooncakes? Mooncakes are a sort of pastry that is made for this time of the year. We are now in mid-autumn, and for the Chinese, many of us in Penang are Chinese people. We celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival with mooncakes. And so my friend is going to give me some mooncakes, and I'm heading down to town to her shop. And so that will give you an opportunity to see how Penang is like. So as I'm going down to town right now, going on this road, and you will see that some parts of Penang are very green, but some parts are quite congested. So that will give you an idea of how Penang is like. I'm doing this video in the morning, and so we are going to join the morning rush hour. So I'm now waiting for the traffic light, which is in front of us in this long queue for the morning rush hour. Many people are going to work right now, and so you'll see some of the roads to be congested, and that will give you an exact idea of how Penang is like. Some of the major roads are congested during rush hour in the morning as well as in the evening. And so we are moving once again. On our left side, we can see some barriers, the white and orange barriers. That's for the construction of a light rail transit line. There's going to be an elevated light rail transit line. that will connect the Penang International Airport to town, and we are on the road that goes to town, goes to Georgetown, and you will see a lot of construction now ongoing for the light rail transit. Side of the road, not very visible here, is the Spice Convention Center. So that is one of the convention centers here in Penang. It's on the left side of the road, and I think it's a little bit out of view. And now we are entering one part of Penang which is often congested. This is one of the very congested part of Penang, and we need to pass through this part to continue. And you will see that in front of us that there's a traffic jam, so it will take us a little bit a while to pass through this part. Most of the foreigners who come on MM2H to Penang do not stay in this part of Penang Island. This is the southern part of the Penang Island. Most of them prefer to stay on the northern side. And eventually I will also be showing you the northern part of the island, so that you have a full holistic idea of how Penang is like. One of the reasons for the congestion here are the numerous traffic lights along this stretch of the road. So you can see there's one here, there's one before, and there's going to be another one. And because of the three traffic lights along this particular stretch of road, it is often quite congested, especially during rush hour. And we are finally moving again. So I want to give you a realistic picture of life in Penang. You might not be passing through this part of town, considering majority of foreigners tend to stay on the north side of town. We are on the south side, but we have to pass through the south side because the airport is over there. The airport is on the southeastern part of Penang Island, and we have to cross the south side of Penang Island to reach the north side. And in particular, I want to give you a realistic idea of rush hour in Penang, and so that's why I want to show you the congestion. But as you can see, it's not too bad. Once the traffic light is green, we are moving once again. This is the biggest roundabout in Penang Island. So we are now in a place called Bayan Baru. Just now we are at Bayan Lepas and we are now at Bayan Baru. And we are heading down to town so that I can collect some mooncakes from my friend. In front of us is the Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone, where there are many multinationals, and one of them right in front of us with a new building under construction is Intel. So yes, we have Intel here. Intel has been in Penang for several decades already, since the 1970s. Other major multinationals which are in Penang include Dell, Broadcom, which previously started as Hewlett-Packard. And now we are actually driving on reclaimed land. The land where we are here right now was originally the sea. We have just left the coast and we are now on the sea itself. The sea in fact is on the right side of this road. This is the Tun Dr. Lim Chong Yu Expressway, and this is the expressway that connects the southern part of Penang Island to the northern side, and is built entirely on reclaimed land. So you can see all the buildings here. The ones on the right side of the road is on reclaimed land. The coast was originally somewhere on the left side of the road. The whole, the traffic on this stretch is quite smooth today, but sometimes there are congestion on the expressway as well. But today, as I can see, it's quite smooth. In front of us is the Penang Bridge. So that is the bridge that connects Penang Island to the Penang mainland of Seberang Perai, and over on the left side is the on-ramp of the bridge. And you might just see that the bridge is on the right side of the road, and there will be glimpses of the sea itself. The sea on the right side is known as the Penang Channel. The Penang Channel comprises the North Channel and the South Channel. On this part is the South Channel. And now we are in Gelugor. Gelugor is on the middle eastern part of Penang Island. So on the whole, Penang Island is quite small. You can go from end to end in quite a short while. We started our journey at the Penang International Airport, and I think it will take us just half an hour to go the journey from there to my friend's place in the city. By the way, if you have any questions with regards to Penang, please leave it in the comments below, and I will see all the comments and I will respond to you. In addition to that, of course, you can also get in touch with me by WhatsApp. I will put my WhatsApp number once again here, and as I mentioned before, use it to WhatsApp me, never use it to call me. If you do call, the phone will ring, but if I see an unfamiliar number, I'm going to block that numbers. So please do not call me the first time, always WhatsApp first. Once I have recognized your number, then yes, if you want to talk to me over the phone, it is possible. Imagine for a moment that you have just arrived in Penang and you are heading down to your hotel. Most likely you will be going through this particular road as well. And as you look at the landscape of Penang Island, I think one common thing that you are going to see all over the island is that we have high-rise buildings all over the place, particularly apartments and condominiums. Yes, Penang Island is one of the most densely populated places in Malaysia, but that doesn't mean that we don't have beautiful, nice places. We have managed to retain many of our well-preserved places, even though we are quite congested actually. I am now exiting the expressway because I'm going near to my friend's shop right now to collect the mooncakes. Entering a neighborhood known as Gelutong. Gelutong is a working class neighborhood in to the south side of Georgetown. To help you make sense of the places on the map, I'm going to number all the locations in this video. So when you see the number in this video, you can correspond it to the numbers on the Google Maps itself to give you an idea of where we are at different points where I'm talking. And so we are back on dry land again. We are in Gelugor and we are crossing towards an older part of Georgetown. So we are are now on the southern part of Georgetown. This is pretty much a very working class neighborhood of Georgetown. The cityscape of Georgetown. These are the older buildings of the city. This part of town is known as the 7 Streets Precinct. 7 streets because there are 7 parallel streets here. My friend's shop is just on the left side of the road, and now I need to find a place to park. Here, and now I'm going to walk to my friend's shop, and just to show you a little bit, this is a clan association, a Chinese clan association. We are in a very Chinese part of town, and so I want to show you the architecture of the buildings here. You will see that these are all link houses, or what we call as terrace houses. In front of us, the one in yellow is actually a temple. Yeah, that is a Chinese temple. You can see a Chinese temple over there. So this is a working class neighborhood called the 7 Streets Precinct in Georgetown itself. So imagine if you were to come to stay in Penang on MM2H. These are the places you will go to, and over there on the left side there's a vegetarian restaurant. So if you happen to be a vegetarian or a vegan, that shouldn't be a problem. There's a lot of vegetarian restaurants in Penang. And my friend's shop is this one, Eng Kor Cha Bi. Eng Kor Cha Bi is my friend's shop, and let's go in. Okay. Hello, Choi Margaret. Hello, hello. Hello, 我搞了。 係，喂，使佢仔勁後生冇，梗係勁咗佢啊！So these are all mooncakes for the Mid-Autumn Festival. My friend is making all this for sale. So I'm going to let you take a look at these traditional mooncakes for the Mid-Autumn Festival. And it's all beautifully presented. Beautifully presented here. And over here she has given me one little basket also. So this is mine. This one is mine. And yeah, you can turn on the lights. You can see you can turn on the lights. Yeah, so this is for me. And I'm going to continue our journey now. I'm leaving my friend's shop right now, and I think I will end this video somewhere here, and I will call this as part 1 because I haven't yet shown you everything that I want to show, but I do not want this video to get too long, and it will be difficult for you to find stuff if it's too long. So let me call this as part 1, and I will continue in part 2 where I will show you the places where foreigners often congregate or cluster together to stay. But what you are seeing here now is the working class neighborhood of Georgetown, predominantly Chinese. And not only Chinese, many of the Chinese come from southern China, particularly 2 different provinces of southern China, which are Fujian province, which are the Hokkien people. Hokkien is the more or less the lingua franca of the Chinese here in Georgetown, as well as Guangdong. Those from Guangdong are the Cantonese. So those are the 2 main Chinese groups here in Georgetown. I will continue tomorrow. Hopefully, if I have the chance, I will continue to do the video tomorrow to show you the rest of Georgetown, the places where foreigners stay. So I thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy seeing a glimpse of what it's like to be in Penang. And I hope that if you are in the process of considering whether to make Penang your new home, this is how it's going to look like. I hope to see you again tomorrow in the next video in part 2 of checking out Penang from MM2H. Until then, see you again soon.
Charms,